Okay, so we are still on 3.4 using the quadratic formula. This is video number 4, and we're going to analyze the discriminant, which is part of the quadratic formula. So let's cover important vocabulary. What is discriminant? Well, it is part of the quadratic formula that is b squared minus 4ac. And you can use the discriminant to determine the number and type of solutions the quadratic equation has. So let's talk about types of what the discriminant can be. All right, so remember that discriminant is everything that's inside that square root. So it's b squared minus 4ac. If that is greater than 0, which means it's positive, you'll get 2 real solutions because your parabola will touch the x-axis twice. It has 2 x-intercepts. If b squared minus 4ac equals 0, you have 1 real solution because your vertex of the parabola is on the x-axis. And if b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, which means it's negative, you're having a square root of a negative number, means I is in your answer, and therefore you have 2 imaginary solutions because that parabola does not touch the x-axis. All right, so let's find the discriminant of the quadratic equation and describe the number and type of solutions of the equation. So number 7, b squared plus 34b plus 289 equals 0. So that is in standard form, so let's list A, B, and C. A is 1, B is 34, and C is 289. Just a little reminder of the quadratic equation, negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. The only part I care about is the discriminant, everything inside that square root. So let's plug in our a, b, and c into that. So the discriminant will be b squared, which is 34 squared, minus 4 times 1 times 289. And I plug all of that in my calculator, and I get 0, which means I have 1 real solution. So you found your discriminant is 0. Describe the number of solutions is 1, has 1 solution, and that type of solution is real. All right, let's try this again with number 8. X squared equals 3 minus 8x. I need to get this into standard form, so I'm going to subtract 3 and add 8x to both sides. So I get x squared plus 8x minus 3 equals 0. I can list my A, B, and C. A is 1, B is 8, and C is negative 3. Okay, now the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. So I'm going to take my A, B, and C and plug it into that. All right, so 8 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 3. Plug that all into your calculator in that order, and I got 76, which means I have 2 solutions, and they're both real numbers. So I have 2 real solutions because 76 is a positive number. All right, let's try this again for number 9. All right, so number 9 is 4q squared plus 1 equals 3q. We need this in standard form, so I'm going to subtract 3q to both sides, and I get 4q squared minus 3q plus 1 equals 0. Let's list out our A, B, and C. A is 4, B is negative 3, and C is 1. Our discriminant is b squared minus 4ac, so we are going to plug that in. So we have negative 3 squared minus 4 times 1, which I have a typo there. If that was a 4, I would get negative 7. Okay, it is negative, so I will have 2 solutions, but they will both be imaginary. So I have 2 imaginary solutions. Okay, now you can move on to the practice and do numbers 2, 19, 20, and 21.